Hey YouTube, Coppersan here. So you might have been wondering, like, hey, weren't you supposed to be at MapleFest? Where are all the streams? Where's all the footage, you know? Well, turns out we accidentally went to a different kind of fest. Instead of MapleFest, we went to Airport Fest, which, to be fair, was not the best experience. It took us about 60 hours, I think, to reach LA, and unfortunately, by that time, MapleFest was already finished. I think we arrived a day late, so yeah. So this all started on Friday. We woke up around 4 AM. Scarter was here as well. We drove to the airport in Amsterdam. Took our flight to London. All good so far. And then in London we had our flight directly to LA. And we were supposed to be there on Friday evening. So that on Saturday morning we could go to MapleFest and everything was supposed to be splendid. So plane got there. We went on board. I think we stayed on board for about 5 hours. No drinks, by the way, no food, because they kept saying like, oh, there's a short delay, we're gonna fix something technical, we'll be leaving in a few minutes. And they were just kept repeating like, yeah guys, we're almost finished, few more minutes, it's gonna happen, no worries. So after about 5 hours just sitting in the airplane at the airport, we just got a call from the pilot, and they said like, yeah, well actually we can't fix it. Turns out there was an electrical issue in one of the bathrooms. There kept smoke kept coming out of some kind of electricity unit, and they said, yeah, you know, we can't really risk it in case stuff does explode. So we're just not gonna fly with this plane. And unfortunately, because it took us 5 hours to figure this out, we can't get any more clearance to leave the airport. So yeah, too bad. So yeah, flight's cancelled. Everyone off, please, and you get a voucher for a nice hotel. And see you all tomorrow again. So we went off, we got a vouchers, we also got a you know, British Air, we were flying with British Airways. They were like, nicest airline ever, you know, we're gonna give you a voucher for a free hotel, and you're gonna get a voucher as well, because, you know, you didn't get anything to drink or to eat for the last 5 hours, so you're all probably pretty hungry, you know. It was around dinner time that we were supposed to leave, so yeah. So by the time we got off the plane, I think it was 11:30. Then we all had to wait in line to get those vouchers. They didn't print enough, of course. So we had to wait for even longer for them to print like stuff. Then we got a voucher for £10 per person. In case you don't know, like a bottle of water is like £6, I think, around the airport. So yeah, that was great. And also the voucher unfortunately expired around midnight. So basically by the time we actually left like we left the gate and whatnot, it was GG, so we just got nothing. So we went to our hotel, we slept there for about 3 hours, then we had to go back again to the airport, because then the new flight was flying. Unfortunately though, this flight was not directly anymore. They instead gave us a flight to Dallas, and then from Dallas we had to transfer again to California. So, you know, it sucks, but I think we would still at that point arrive at the day of MapleFest, but I think we'll arrive around 4, so we might still be in time for the after party. You know, MapleFest already missed at this point. We had to wait basically like 12 hours, which was just too much, unfortunately. But the fun part just started, though. The fun part is just starting. So we got the new plane was there. And at that point, we got a call saying, guys, we need a few more minutes, because turns out one of the front tires of the new plane that we got, this is like the next day, one of the front tires, unfortunately, is damaged, so we have to replace the front tire. And then halfway through that, they said, actually, the shift for the engineers just ended, so we need like a little bit more time for the new engineers to come on and take over. So unfortunately, our flight to Dallas got delayed by, I think, about 3 hours. Because of that, we missed our connection at Dallas to California, so we couldn't go there. So they like British Airways, if you fly with them and you miss your connection, they automatically book you a new one, which is pretty lovely though. So we got a new connection. Then we arrived at we finally got on the plane, flown to Dallas, and unfortunately there things did take quite a while, especially because like our connection was like changed mid-flight, so we didn't have any boarding passes. So we had to go see someone with everyone else, had to get our boarding passes, and because this took forever, we also missed our connection that was already later from Dallas to California. So after that, we missed that one. So we went to support, explain our situation. They were super friendly, by the way, the people from American Airlines. So they helped us. They put us basically on a list for another flight. I think that was at 9 p.m. They put it on that flight, saying like, "Hey, we're not sure if there's room in there, but in case people don't show up, you're still allowed to go." So me, Douwe, and Femke were there waiting. And turns out there actually was room for the three of us. So Douwe got on first, so Scarter got on first, that was his real name. Scarter got on first, and Femke and I were right behind him. So everything was fine, everything was sorted. Femke and me scanned our tickets, and it said like some kind of issue, I don't know. It was basically the tickets didn't work. There was some issue with transferring the data from British Airways to American Airways. Like, even when we're not flying with British Airways, they still managed to mess us over, to screw us over. So we couldn't board the plane. So Scardo was waiting on the plane like, they're not really showing up, are they? So unfortunately, Scardo went, and at least he arrived on Saturday evening. But for me and Femke, we had some issue with our data not transferring, whatever. I don't know, man. At that point, I was also like, yeah, you know, it's okay. We've seen airports for the last 2 days. What's a day more? So we went back to support. I think it took like 6 people. Like they'd never seen that issue before. Of course, it only happens. Apparently it never happens, but to us. So they fixed the issue. And they said, well, yeah, but unfortunately the 9 PM flight was the only flight that's leaving to California tonight. So you have to fly again at 6 in the morning the next day. We're like, well, you know, what's another day at the airport at this point? So Femke and me slept at the airport from Saturday to Sunday. Completely missed Maplefest whatsoever. Like, we're just sleeping. We just don't even care anymore. Well, you don't really sleep at the airport, you know, because every hour there's this do not leave your bags unattended message that's like blasting through the intercom. Pretty interesting, actually. In America and Dallas, they just said your bags will be searched if you leave your bags unattended. In London and Heathrow, they actually say your bags will be destroyed, which I think is a lot more, heavy as a message than just search. But okay. So 6 AM, Femke and me are super dead. We finally get to the gate, and then we're not done yet. We're not done yet at all. We go there. And we get like, okay guys, boarding's gonna start soon, all chill, all chill. We're like, oh, at least it's not British Airways, you know, nothing can, you know, we have high confidence in the American Airlines because British Airlines was so bad. And then, like 15 minutes before we were supposed to, like, they were like announcing like we're gonna start boarding soon, and then like 15 minutes later they were like, actually, there's no plane. So we need to get a plane from the hangar, so we're gonna be delayed slightly. We're like the first flight of the day, how did you forget the plane? But okay, so we waited another hour. The plane did show up, it was working, so that was nice. So we went finally, I think it was Sunday afternoon that we finally arrived at the hotel. We met with the other beanies, that was super nice. So we met with all from the Beamy Gate, all the content creators, the Bouquit, Matt, Mikey Chain, everyone basically. It was super nice to see everyone. We went for a lunch together. Duncan was showing us around, even though he's never been to LA before. It was really nice to meet everyone, but halfway through lunch though, I was just so tired. I was like getting dizzy, nauseous, like all the stress I think was just leaving my body, and I was like, guys, I can't stay awake anymore. I'm not feeling too great, so I'm just gonna go. So me and Femke went back to the hotel, and actually, we had an hotel for 2 days. Nexon booked it for 2 days, then we had to pay 1 day for ourselves, then we would fly back because it was like a bit cheaper that way. Unfortunately though, because we missed everything, Nexel was generous enough to book us another hotel, which was a bit closer to the airport. So we arrived on Sunday, we stayed in our room for a few hours, went out for lunch with everyone. Super nice, by the way, super friendly Beam Brigade people. And then we went to our own hotel, and we just crashed in bed and just stayed there for like, I think, yeah, we didn't even have dinner, we just stayed there until the next day, basically. So we flew to LA for like a really nice lunch with the beanies. And then, because we woke up the next day, it was time to head back already. We did, however, make a small stop at the Nexel office. That was really nice. Because, of course, they felt really bad for us as well. So we went there, we got our Maplefest, we got our goodie bags, you know, we got our thingies. So that was really nice. Unfortunately, though, one of the they separated 3 bags for us. Unfortunately, though, one of them got stolen as well. So we had a little bit less goodies in one of them. But thankfully, though, Mikey Chain actually gave us a few things as well from his stash. Like, friendliest guy ever, seriously. So we at least had a few things still going for us. Also, I forgot, this is also a funny one. Usually, everything is going wrong on this trip, whatever. Like one of the Maplefest goodie bags got stolen. The airplanes was a disaster. Also, we were woken up at the hotel, the new hotel. We were woken up to this sound. So yeah, as you can imagine, that was lovely as well. Like, really relaxing way to wake up. Apparently it was a test, but the message that announced it was a test was pretty soft, and we didn't really hear it. So yeah, that was amazing. So let me think. So yeah, we had that, then we went to the airport. Security was fine though. We've been to security a lot these last few days. We went to an airport literally from Friday to Sunday, from Friday to Monday. Not even Friday to Tuesday actually. Last what, 5 days? We've been at airports basically every day. So at least the next office was pretty nice. The people were very friendly. They gave us some goodie bags. The office was looking pretty amazing. So that was pretty cool. It was really fun to be the team as well. They took us out for lunch. That was really nice. We had small beer as well over there. I think it's small American style. I was like, this beer is $8. That's a lot for a beer. I don't know if beer is that expensive, but then we got like this vase, which was helped me drink away the pain just a little bit. But yeah, then it was time to fly back again already. So they took us to the airport. Super friendly people, super nice. And then we went to the airport. Our flight got delayed again, which meant we missed our connection in London to Amsterdam. So they rebooked us automatically. Thankfully though, the delay wasn't too bad, and with the new flight we did manage to make that connection. I think we had around 4 or 5 additional flights like that we all missed because they just kept messing up everything. So we made it to was it London or was it Amsterdam? I think when we arrived from California to London, this time we had to wait again as well in the plane because there was no gate available. So that also gave us a little bit of extra stress, you know, because we were supposed to be like, I think we were at like 1.5 hours to make our connection. But if security is like tough, if it's really busy there, it could take like at least an hour. So it wasn't really that much time. And then also when we arrived in London, there was like, sorry guys, there is no gate available for us to dock at, so we need a few more minutes. We'll update you soon. So that was great. I think we got traumatized by we need a few more minutes at this point. But yeah, I think then we finally boarded. We barely made it in time. I think we had like 15 minutes before we started boarding those. That was nice. We decompressed a little bit at the gate, and then finally we arrived home yesterday in Amsterdam to our drive back to our place. I think Scardo was pretty dead as well. So yeah, that's basically why we weren't there at Maplefest. It was really sad though, because we missed meeting everyone, which was too bad. At least we got to meet most of the beanies though, which was super fun. But yeah, hopefully next year, if we are still, unless they do it in Europe, that'd be nice. Then we don't have to fly that far. No, hopefully we can make it next year if they do something similar to this. But yeah, that's basically why we weren't at Maplefest. So yeah, I'm gonna just sleep now. I'm like so tired still. I think we slept for about 6 hours, I think, for these last... No, we had one good night. But we went on... Like, not counting the one day that we did... Like, we slept from like 3 till 8 or something like that in the new hotel until the fire alarm went off. Besides that, I think we slept for about 6 hours, maybe these last few days. It was amazing. It was really an experience. So yeah, I'm just gonna go to bed now and then hopefully be in time by for the update that's gonna happen tonight. Gotta make some videos, you know. So yeah, that's why we weren't at Maplefest. Hope you enjoyed this little story. I hope to never make a video like this again. See you all later tonight because I'll be making a lot of videos again. Cheers everyone. Bye bye. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, many thanks to our members for making these videos possible. Thanks to Niels de Coninck, Raar maar waar, Sebastian, Hanoy, Ryalias, Terry Kim, Vareese, Mora, Wiley, Historycanon, BackSpaceOTI, Saffronyx, Ziggy, Flidiot, Knifesu, Cloudfix, Gusus Rodriguez, Digby, Vira, Trevor, Michael Menchaca, Ratius, Justin Vale, Silvio Nato, Afterlord_MS, Striker Elk, Tide1 Pun, Radical Jaws, Riser Are Sir Tito 655, Mathias Simonsson, PC Game Life, The Passenger, Martin Panzik, Conrad Crystallis, Ace Light, Mr. Anarch, Ben Wolf, Max Bernhardt, Muka 1017, BMB King, Scotty Flies Fast, Priscilla, Brendon Cam, Vake Botnet, Fecco, Victor Sundstrom, ceemak, Only, Rashid Alharmoudi, Gerlando Belavia, Gianfranco, Calderon Canavero, Lucky Beats, Matthew Def, Gummy Bullet, Lord Fazil, Spuds the Kaiser, and Zunnen. Thanks again for watching, stay safe, and happy mapling.